Strand, Chair of Oahu Democrats. And I'm here today with candidate Darius Kila, who is running for the House of Representatives from District 44. Aloha, Darius. And
Aloha, Lorna. Mahalo for having me.
Okay, tell us where you were born and your childhood ohana.
That is a long form conversation, but I'll do my best within the time. So, my ohana, the Kilo ohana, stretches from Kauai, Oahu. Born and raised here on the island of Oahu with my mother and father in Nanakuli, here on the west side of Oahu. But we've lived in every pocket that encompasses 96792. So, Makaha, Waianae, Maili, Nanakuli, and currently now we are living here in Maili, back on the west side, and I couldn't ask for a better place to be born and raised.
Right, and you're still there, and your adult ohana remains the same as your all the generations.
Well, I got a younger sister when I was 13. So when I was a child, there was only me and my younger brother. But now there's three of us. My
Great. Tell us, someone who is your personal hero who inspires you to keep moving forward every day.
It might be a cheesy answer, but it really is my grandma. My grandma pushed me from at my youngest age to always persevere. It wasn't easy. I'm stand at 6'7" now, and I'm so happy to be tall. But when you're a younger child, folks don't like different, and I was very much different at a young age, and I constantly was bullied by folks. But my grandma always pushed me forward, and even till today, she is the person that gets me up and gets me going, even when I feel a little down or I don't want to push through. And she reminds me every day why I'm doing what I'm doing.
And what have been some defining moments or events that helped shape you as a Democrat?
That was a question I had to think long and hard on, and two parts. When Barack Obama became president for the United States, maybe I was a little too young, but I felt such a unity that it spanned across the United States. But then in recent years, especially partisanship in the events after the Parkland shooting, primarily Republican, work with the minority Democrat folks to bring together bipartisanship reform. And I think that's powerful. And I think it just shows what we can do when we all come together.
What does serving the people mean to you?
Serving is something I always think is constantly evolving, but it is meeting them where they're at. I constantly talk about it in my campaign. I want to meet you folks where you're at, and removing those barriers. If you don't know government is so hard to digest and figure out, because in systemically government was always meant to keep somebody or someone out. But when government can work for all of us and we meet folks where they're at, there's so much power to it. So for me, it's all about meeting folks where they're at, seeing what their needs are, and finding ways that everything that we incorporate and put together is reflective of the needs of everyone.
Why do you believe you're the right Democrat for the job of representative from District 44?
Honestly, I feel like I am the best candidate as a Democrat for District 44, because the work right now is stuff that I've already been doing. And come November 9th, after our general election, if elected, I know exactly what to do. We are in that 11th hour. We're coming out of a pandemic. Folks have lost so much. Working in the office of the current representative now has given me so much insight to what the district has concerns about and the needs that are existing. So even now, working in the volunteer capacity in that office and working with the folks to get the work done, I have a very clear heartbeat on the issues that we're facing, but also working with the folks to expand the issues and push forward. I don't want my district to lose out or miss out on anything. So for that reason alone, with the relevant, honest work experience to the legislative process and the relevancy to my community that I hold the place here, in tandem, I think that makes me the best candidate for the position.
Wonderful. Time is up, but can you tell us, Darius, if Democrats want to volunteer for you for your campaign, how can they contact you?
My number is 808-723-4311. I give that out to everybody here in this community. We're talking about meeting folks where they're at. My website, dariuskila.com. There's a form for folks to fill out. Email darius@dariuskila.com, or social media in the world that we live in, direct at dariuskila44. We can always talk story, and I'm always welcome folks who see the vision and want to be a part of it to join our team.
Wonderful. Mahalo and aloha.
Mahalo, Lorna. Aloha.